Hello everyone, I'm Greycloak, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to episode 104 of Factorio with the Space Exploration mod, where we are just trying to expand our green circuit production a bit, and we decided to just increase the amount of train stations and start building out this way. But I've been sitting and looking at that for a bit, and I really just want to turn this on its side, so we just build out like this rather than just build very massive, very wide builds. So we're just gonna start by doing that. Also, we will rename these two last stations because we don't need them yet. And that will be the future real name of these stations, I think. But we're not going to utilize all of that potential copper yet. And we don't have that much copper production yet anyway, so yeah. Now, if we want to move it this way, we're going to need 4 belts of copper going down, 1 belt of brick going down, and 4 belts of green circuits coming up. So let's lay that out. Actually, let's start with the brick. And I guess output here. Sure. Because that would be closer to our output. And we are just going to run it as if there were belts here. And that's the whole thing here going down. And then we need all 4 belts of copper going exactly here. But I guess we'll have to shift them over down here or something. Sure. Because we can't get them all shifted over up here. It is just 1 tile off, though. We could just move these to align with that. Sure. Oops. There comes our cover. Good. And that's everything. Then we can put this down. Right here. Unless, let's think this through a little bit more. Now we need our output to run along up here. We still need space for extra resources. So these two will go on these as we have planned. This can hold 1 setup of green circuits, but we potentially need more. So we will move down quite a bit more, I think. Just to be sure. And yes, I didn't measure this out in any way, but hopefully it's good enough. I think that is how we're doing this stuff, because then we can take the next and split. Yep. Let's not copy this part of this build. I just want this to be easily copy-pastable, I guess. Good. Not sure why I didn't get these as part of this thing I copied around, but now we're just doing it manually. And that is of course just the brick going into all of these, being split, and then terminated. Good. And why don't we just run a power line in here? Should be fine, right? I think so. Good. I feel like I didn't put this as far down as I was thinking I would. But we'll see how it goes. Because these are reserved for copper. But the output of the next build will almost go directly into this anyway. Okie dokie. Should we then take the far side? I don't know. If we build this again. Could potentially switch the input of copper and output of green circuits. And then we just need to shift over 2 tiles. Because we don't really have the space here for another 4 lanes. But if we just run this up, we actually have that extra space. So never mind, we're just doing it the simple way. And of course we're out of underground now. But then these really have no reason to run underground. So let's just get it finished for now. Good. And then yes, we have the problem of these not being balanced. I think I prefer, rather than trying to balance the sides, I think we're just going to disconnect them again. Re-implement the old accumulator with 24 chests. And run this in a green wire instead. No, wait, we can't do that. Did I not think this through before doing stuff? Because we still need this to only work if we have enough, but we want enough across the full thing, not just one side. Could just take the output of this, or both of them, multiply by 24, then divide by 3200, whatever that makes up to. But that seems like something I would do wrong anyway. If we just take the input from both of these, the problem is they will mix and they will read each other's input. Could just have two of these. But how would we do that? Well, their signals will combine as well, of course. That should work, shouldn't it? 8.5k. If we had another 8.5k over here. This isn't a full integer, is it? So they would both output 0 potentially. I think we need to see that working before we leave here. Now we could set up another setup like this if we want to. But I'm not sure I do. You have nowhere to go, because all the copper stations are full. Apparently. Limited to 1. It's not really a problem right now. But it means we don't want to set up more. I'll make more setups right now if we don't have enough copper for the current bit. Of course, we're trying to fill up a lot of warehouses right now. And that is taking all of the copper, but let's leave it like that for now. I am just going to make a test of this setup. And this can just be a power pole. Actually, these don't matter, we're just taking the input anyway. So let's remove those. Dang it, stop hitting myself. So if instead of 32,000 we should just say 200. Output L. Then we put in half a stack here. We get nothing. If we put in half a stack here, we still get... Wait, we don't have power. We still get nothing. We still have power problems as well, by the way. I thought that was fixed by disabling all of our cannons, but apparently not. Okay, but this doesn't seem to work. Does it change if we put in just one more? Or maybe 100 more? This outputs L now, of course. I just want one. No, it doesn't change. So this doesn't work. I could just run a green wire along all of these as well, but that would mess up other things. Why am I so bad at this? Problem is we want to do this. This would work. 101 plus 100 gives 201, which is more than 200. But we can't do that, because then we have to balance the sides. So we're trying to disconnect. And yes, we could disconnect the signals by just taking the input and outputting the inputs. And then having one thing here. Combining those. And we set 200 for this. Output L. And we get L1 from two mixed or separate signals. And these two are separate from each other because we have a gap. Is that really what we have to do? Just trying to make this a little bit more easy to understand. Currently we have 2 extra combinators. We are just going to have to go up to 3. Yeah, I think we need to. That's okay. That. This. And then connect to there. And there. Output each. Take each, divide by 32,000. Output L. Plug it up. And we now have a limit of 0 because we still don't have 32,000. And also we need to upgrade these. Now at 23,000, so it is going up slowly but surely. These are soon full anyway, so I'm not gonna worry about us filling them up. And so far we are good here. Are we still lagging green circuits over here? We will, I think, because we're down to 2.4 thousand. And the train is still waiting for more. How about the blue circuits? We have enough green circuits. Actually, we have quite a lot. We lack red circuits though. Okay. And we don't have any open cover apparently. That's fine though. I can live with that. Should we limit the warehouses? This is full. 1 wagon, 2 wagons, 3, 4 wagons. Let's just do that. All of these for now. Good. Let's limit these as well, just to save the brick. Good. We need to go fix power. But are there any other things we want to do before that? Because that's sort of the next big build. Do we want to go and set limits on these and at blue? Because we have a lot of green circuits that are going here instead of to red circuits. Nah, let's just let it run for a bit. Maybe it'll fix itself. So next up is power. And I wanted to start going out into the lakes with this setup, which is my usual big nuclear power setup. It just needs a lot of water, and that's why you usually set it up in water if you don't have water pumps or anything like that. But where would be a good spot? Let's scout this area a little bit more. Yeah, the lake stops right there. That's not nice. But we can't really do one big area anyway. So if we could just find a place where we could set up 4 or something like that. I guess that will have to do, and we will have multiple outposts receiving fuel for this. And I think this over here is just fine. I know this is closer to our old power, but we don't have a good way of getting fuel there right now, other than building a station over here, I guess. And maybe that would be okay. But I think I'm still just going out here, trying to build a station on this. Sure thing. So are we building all of the nuclear power stuff down here yet? Probably not. Where would it be? At the end of these things? At the beginning of these things, right here. We actually have all of it, but we didn't set loose enough limits on these. And these more advanced things, we don't care about those yet. This is probably fine for now. Can we make enough of these fast enough? The input is low. I think we're just going to the old bus first to grab some stuff. Also need a lot of landfill, but we will have to go multiple times, I think. Do we have some turbines available here? Yep. I'll take those, and these, and these. And we will just start a chest out there with supplies, I think. Or we could load up the file train, I guess. But that's not giving us a lot of extra space. But then we could put more wagons, but it isn't that slow to fly, so let's just go. We might want the file train out here anyway, though. Do you have rail? 800, 2000, yes. You have some landfill. You have some other good stuff. Good enough. I will just place stuff down here, I think. And I think we will just get this out of the way. So trains can go through here. Now, how do we want to do this? Could just move the rail out here and do this. We could skip the junction part of this and just build here. Build out a little bit. Then we miss our island, but does it matter? We will miss some of the island with this build anyway. Because we may need more stations going up, basically. But is that such a bad thing? Nah, let's do it. Which means we want a little bit of this landfill in here. And then we want to cruise. How far though? We basically just need to miss this, so... If I can line this up, let's disconnect or disable those. Is that good enough? Yes. Good, we have landfill. I don't think we have enough... Oh, I don't think we need to actually go past this junction anyway. So I think we're just going to make room for that. And paste this down again. Almost made enough room. And enable robots. Since this lake is our power lake, that's why I'm not going to run this rail across it anyway. Good. And then we need some extra space up here to unload fuel. I guess we're putting this down. Or maybe not. Now we're going to be building this stuff with robots and supplying it with robots. Because I don't see a reason to run belts out in the middle of this. Which means these should be provider warehouses. So this is our plant. Was this the fuel station or the other one I took? No, it was red. It was red circuit fuel, so this is just fuel. I think. Yes. And this is then nuclear fuel or whatever it's called. Fuel cells? I always forget the difference. Uranium fuel cells versus nuclear fuel. Okay. Uranium fuel cells. Singular multi... I don't know. Good. We need to be able to get spent fuel cells out of here, so we need more land and more landfill. Maybe we didn't really need this, but who knows. And we fit this in here, yes. Come on. Force. Then remove. And then these. And these should have a heavy limit. Honestly, we could just use one single provider chest rather than this. And let's just align it with these. Good, so this could be a lot closer to everything on the other station. Though it should be requested just for the output, of course. And are these just called spent uranium fuel cells then? Used up. I can live with spent, sure. Request a lot more, please. Let's get the fuel train in here, actually. After red circuits. Not uranium. Power plant, fuel. Go here. Empty ore time. 5 seconds. Put this after red circuit. And have it come in. Oh. Move this up here, I guess. And let's put this to manual. Get a roboport in. I don't think we're gonna need more stations, are we? Probably not. Well, actually probably, because I will have forgotten something. But for now, this will be it. And of course I placed this where it couldn't reach anything. Or everything, at least. Why do they leave when we move it around like that? Is it because it's being removed and then placed down again, maybe? I guess that could be how it works. Dang it. Could we just get you to relax for a bit? I want you back. When... Of course, I don't have any space to work with here. $25, $25, mine. You go in there. Good. And then I go pick up my stuff. We can have everything. Awesome. I am just going to place a couple of these down, just for fun. And then we need to bring in some fuel. Or uranium fuel cells, I mean. Also, I do want a train just delivering stuff for construction. Or do I? We have a limited area. We could, of course, move all the way down here. Just expand the robot network. It's possible. I will do that later if I want to do it. So for now, we'll just place some of this stuff in here. Good. Where do we want to do all this? I guess we're just trying to fit in as much as possible rather than having it be neatly placed. Though that hurts a little bit. How about we just go up here? Place a little bit of landfill down, and then force place what we can right here. We have fuel or water at the top and bottom. Do I have a blueprint of this that includes the land? As this doesn't require water around it, so I should have something that places the land for it. I would think. This is the one I'm using. Yes. This is an old one. But nothing really has that. Okay. So I guess we will start by making a blueprint that helps us with that. Trying to make it as neat as possible. So we will spend a little bit extra time because we want it neat. We're almost at the top here. We needed one tile more for another tank. And then one tile for these, plus 2 tiles for a pump. I think... Okay, I'm going to be conservative here. Let's have a look. That was actually correct. Because then we can have... offshore pump, if I can find it. There it is, right there. Yes, so this is the correct height. And then we need to go, and we'll stop here to begin with, I think. Two more tiles? No, 3 for another tank. Do we need anything on the outside of that? No. We are spending a little bit more landfill than we have to here, since these don't need to be put down. But I guess we can trim that off afterwards. And yes, we're going to lack so much landfill for this. Why don't we just put enough of this down so we can put 1/4 of this build in? To begin with. Good. Robots can build this. And of course, we designed some new improvements to loading fuel in here. Somehow saying that we can only unload if we have something to load as well. And I will try to implement that here, I think. But I think I just want to put all of this down first. Do we have more landfill here? Nope. We didn't send a fuel train. We don't have a fuel train. We don't have fuel. That was something we needed to fix. But let's focus on this one thing first. Still. Now this is pretty dang symmetrical, right? So if we just take this quarter of it and place down 4 times, that should be the exact thing we need. Tiles, no entities though. Not that. Not most of this. We needed one more tile, it seems. Dang it. So we need 3 tanks worth of landfill up here. The rest can just be 1 tile, some of it can even miss from that. And we need to do it here. No, not a copy. New content. Oh. We need that to be able to see how far we go. There. That actually makes it easy to see this as well. Do we want to save even more landfill by removing this stuff? Nah, I think I would rather have it easy to move around in, including this as well. But I created a copy of this. Let's remove that. If we mirror this, we should get the exact thing we need. And then force place. I could be doing this myself though, if we just place the blueprint. And we are out of landfill, okay. So we have to go grab landfill, let's do that, but let's leave some stuff right here. For more inventory space. Anything else? Let's just leave all of this. Sure. Landfill's down here, right? I think so. Yep. Why is this so slow? Partly because of low power. How are we this low on power though? These are all running. But apparently we have just started needing a lot of power for all of our modules in assembling machines and stuff. And beacons. It makes sense. I just wish we had a lot more landfill ready. Did we leave some up here? We have 2,300. Did we leave some down here? Another 3,000. Let's grab both of those batches. No, let's not do that. Let's actually just get out of here. Because we would be filling up our inventory with stuff that we left. And we don't want that. Okay. And that fits another quarter of this. Should have brought more pipe and stuff, but that's fine. As long as we can get most of this set up, it's good. Maybe we should actually go try to fix our uranium fuels cell production. Because we just have too much enriched uranium that we are not allowing any unenriched uranium in. Which is bad. Turn off robots first. Place this. We can go further up than this, but I'm just going to stick within these bounds for now. Good. And it actually seems like we have enough power, or enough landfill for this. Which is good. Great. And we can take new blueprints from this soon. Just need to place the last bit down for those parts. Good. I guess we will help with this, but I want to go out in the middle of it before we send the robots. Or maybe I would rather have them complete parts of this first. Nah, whatever. Go, robots. Have all of the turbines, that's good. We need substations and stuff though. Heat exchangers, pipe, tanks, lots of stuff. Okay. Those go back in there. I take my stuff. Good. I think we should go have a look at this again. Because yeah, we just have problems getting this stuff in. Maybe the solution is to just have an extra overflow up here. I don't know. We will figure it out. But unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this episode. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.